Chapter 4.1 Summary. While the conventional view in science is that there is no direction or purpose or meaning to existence, and that change is random, there is, in fact, a very obvious theme, direction, purpose and meaning to existence, which is the ordering or integration or complexification of matter into ever larger and more stable wholes. Indeed, the answer to the great question of what is the meaning of life is that it is to live in accordance with this integrative, order of matter developing, cooperation and selfless behaviour dependent theme or meaning of existence. However, until we could explain our seemingly imperfect human condition, explain why humans appear to have been living in defiance of integrative meaning, namely in a divisive, competitive and selfish way, such a truth could not be faced. But, as seen in the previous chapter, since we can now at last explain the good reason why we humans have been divisively rather than integratively behaved, we can finally admit the truth of integrative meaning and acknowledge that there is a direction or purpose to existence. And furthermore, since our concept of God is actually the personification of the unbearably condemning truth of integrative meaning, through admitting this truth, humans can also demystify God and, by so doing, change from being a God-fearing species to a God-confronting one. Yes, the instinct versus intellect explanation of the human condition makes sense of and reconciles all the unresolved manifestations of the polarities of the human situation. Good versus evil, idealism or God versus humans' non-ideal existence, religion versus science, holism versus mechanism, altruism versus egotism, communism versus capitalism, conscience versus conscious, and so on, thus ameliorating or healing and finally ending the psychologically upset, divisive way we have been living.